I just decided to go ahead and make a YouTube channel for our car we call Kubaki. It really started out as just a cheap project car to kind of just hold off on my nice car because it's just taking so long. We wanted to go ahead and have a little bit of fun. In the process, we ended up falling in love with the car, and it's turned out to be a pretty nice build, but still stays full street car. The build portion is pretty much done, which I'm sorry I didn't film all that, but I'm just now got a GoPro and I'm trying to get into this stuff. So I do want to document everything we do with the car and everything that is going to happen with it as far as racing goes and events, everything else, and also all the absolutely ridiculous shenanigans that go on.
Get me out of here! Oh! Oh! Woo! Oh! Woo! Woo! Quick release, hey, at best. You saved my life.
To get right into it, this car is a 98 Civic, and it is an EX. I got it as a shell. The first build we did with a 60mm master power, filled the block with concrete, all sorts of crazy stuff. Went to track, went 11.0s, made 468 horsepower in the 85. Then next thing you know, I decided to tear it down because we did lift the head of the track, and then it just turned into something crazy. So now it is fully CSS block, 82mm on Super Tech flat top pistons as long as Skunk 2 alpha rods. We have GSC T1 cams in it, Speed Factory head studs, and as far as the turbo goes, it's one of my favorite brands, which is STC. That's Speed Track Consulting. Now that is a Garrett variant. They use Garrett center cartridges, Garrett housings, as well as Garrett turbine wheels, and they make their own turbine wheels and do really other cool stuff to make great pairings for the Honda applications, as well as many others. This is a 60mm on this one, and we went to the dyno with Matt Shue, and we made 630 to the wheel on his Superflow dyno, which is the brand new one he just got, and we were only on 27 pounds. We stopped there because we lifted the head because I was running a cold unplug setup that decided to just mess up on us, and it was sending timing, all sorts of crazy. So we stopped at 27 pounds. This turbo doesn't hurt the surge limit until 35, but we just stopped there. I am back on a distributor, just have spare igniters because I really want to figure out what's going on with that coil unplug, but we just decided to go ahead and go to track. We did do a track event 2 Fridays ago, the Friday before Memorial Day weekend. We're having some high RPM lockout issues on the transmission. But we still managed to go 1086 on the wastegate on 17 pounds, and we still managed to trap 140 miles an hour on only 17 pounds. So there's a lot left in this car. I'm going to go over a little bit of the setup here as far as everything goes. A lot of good work went in this car, but the main goal is to keep this a full street car, but also keep it looking absolutely horrible. For whatever reason, looking absolutely horrible and being absolutely ridiculous has made this car absolutely just really easy to love, because you really don't expect a whole lot of it. As you can see, we have not washed the car whatsoever. It's got all sorts of fun stuff like non-VTEC and Uber or Mega VTEC on the other side, something, all sorts of Sharpie marker, giant Jag stickers, and Yonaka Motorsports, the absolute worst company we could think of, stickers. Different wheels, Inky RPF 1s in the front, Falcon Hanabis in the rear. But as far as the setup goes, everything is pretty legit there. Like I said, it's a CSS 82mm block. It's got Super Tech flat top pistons, Skunk 2 alpha rods, GSC T1 cams in the head, Ferris 6000 valves, South Bay 2000cc injectors, along with a Edelbrock ProFlow fuel rail, because that will enable us to run still a factory style FPR, which is that AM right there. We are on E85. I'm running one of Spool & Performance's Quick 4 manifolds along with a Turbo Smart 44mm wastegate, and that's paired to that 60mm with water fittings and everything. We made our own downpipe and dump tube and everything custom. I don't know if you can see that there, but that's all pie cut and all fit in there very tightly. as everything else goes, Sheepy built catch can. We put the battery in the bumper down there, and decided to make charging ports up there just to make matters easier. As far as the intake manifold goes, we're at a Brock Victor X, Skunk 270mm throttle body, Speed Factory, who I love, 4-bar map sensor, as well as twin Speed Factory 3-port max solenoids, which I made a special bracket there and everything. Using all push slot lines, and these are the white and the actual stainless fittings, as far as so that it helps out with the high heat of a manifold, along with a little DEI wrap there. K-tune slave cylinder, using DOT5 fluid, make sure we don't boil into our fluid. All finishing lines, actual lines, so we use the push lock lines, which work very well, E85 rated on everything. Nice Radium Engineering fuel filter. We did a single 450 in the tank from Walboro. We did not run out of fuel at all, and let's see, what else there? There's a bunch of other cool little things we did as far as the motor goes, and this thing spools up really fast and really makes a lot of power on only a 60mm turbo. The turbo itself is called the Predator from STC, if you want to look it up on Speed Track Consulting. As far as the suspension goes, we did a 100-pound weight bar in the front, which I actually tied in all my radiator mounts and tow hooks, all sorts of fun stuff into there. We decided to go ahead and do all the spherical joints in the front suspension, as well as the 18K rear springs in the back, the Skunk 2 drag launch setup. We did build a 12-point chromoly cage, complimented some friends helping me weld. I do TIG weld and stuff, however, I'm self-taught or a little bit of help of friends, and I don't trust myself when it comes to a nice roll cage when you're going 150 or so in the quarter. So we did do a nice 12-point roll cage. I don't know if you can see inside the car right now, but it all does look pretty good there. Got full AEM digital gauges minus a PLX wideband because I like PLX a lot, and race equip harnesses. Let's see, what else do we have in Kubaki here? We had the race equip harnesses mounted. We are running on Neptune, and that is supplying everything we need. As far as tires go on the street, we are running the Toyo R888R, the newest one's out. It seems like I can hook around 550 in third and a little over 600 in fourth. The intercooler is a KLM fab, 800 horsepower Vibrant core. He sent it to me as a single back door. I went ahead and modified it to be a double right there, and so that's all my own welding the rest of the way. Other than that, it's really a simple setup, and it's been working quite well. As far as modifications go, so that we can get to the track the next time, I really want to go ahead and get a new pressure plate for the twin disc. I do have that coming from Comp Clutch, because I think part of the high RPM lockout were part of it because of that. I do have I did get the twin disc used, so that kind of does suck, but I don't know if that's what happened with it or not. I'm really not sure. I do have a backup transmission that's going to go in the car. That right there, that is a Liberty 4-speed base-plated box, 4.4 GSR final drive, handcuff, in-factory diff, all sorts of good stuff. So I will be posting videos later on to go over the actual kind of revamp for the track after the last track hit and figured out what exactly went wrong and what happened, and so we will be covering all of that. Now, I will be also installing a CNC staging brake. The one I did get is the CNC 412. Hello, Land Shark. That's the CNC 412. That is in line, so that enables you to run your rear brake still. So I will be posting a video on making a bracket there, welding it all up, all that good stuff. Also, Josh at Finishing Lines helped me out with doing a very low intrusion setup as far as brake line goes to keep all your factory brake lines. In this case, I do have aftermarket rear brake lines coming out of there, so we're going to do some cool stuff there, and then the new transmission and pressure plate swap, and that should be about it. The only other thing I really need to do is I think radiator cap was messing up for one, and for two, I had made myself a cheap, nice little way of knowing that the head gasket is bad, and unfortunately, this is for my coolant overflow catch can. Unfortunately, it did overflow at one point due to bad radiator cap, and it might have caused me to spin out at 140 miles an hour, so that was fun. So, this is the car. It looks completely horrible, and we love it. I do want to document everything that comes as far as all the crazy stuff that happens in this garage. This garage is very small and simple, but set up decently for what I like to do. I have my TIG welder, I have my MIG welder, my bandsaw, a little fabrication station and stuff. It's nothing crazy, but we have a lot of fun and do a lot of work in here. It really does work well, and the number one thing that saves me right there is a AC and heat unit I installed a couple years back, and that really does help as far as everything goes. And obviously vibrate performance for everything. So, not a whole lot going on in this video. I just wanted to post it online and kind of get started on this documentation of all the build. Now the plan is to go to Streetcar Takeover June 23rd in Charlotte, but we will see what happens. I did order some new track light wheels, and they're not supposed to be in until June 15th or so that means that we wouldn't get a testing session in. I'm not sure if I want to go down all the way to North Carolina without having a test session in at Richmond or Dinwiddie or somewhere prior to driving that far. So we will see there. But otherwise, thank you guys. Hopefully y'all subscribe and like my videos, and I'm going to keep posting as long as everybody's liking my stuff. So thank you guys very much for watching, and I will talk to y'all later.